Hello and welcome to my little blacksmith shop where we get to try to blacksmith? I think that's all we get to do. Anyways, this is a little game that I picked up on itch.io, and it is, one of those games that you kind of pay for what you want, and you get the game. So, you can get it for free if you want to, or you can pay money and help support the development. So, basically it's like a big slightly sandbox game where you get to run and manage this little store that is your small home and blacksmith shop. So I guess we can just go ahead and get started here. I did play around a little bit just so I'm not completely lost in our efforts, which I think is kind of important for games like these, especially crafting games. You don't want to spend too much time. But this is the blueprint for a lot of the items, not quite all of them. And here we go. So we're gonna make this pickaxe and go ahead, pick it up, press E, equip it. And there's a couple things that I want to do. You can either kind of start just blacksmithing right off and things like that. Let's go ahead and check outside here. The graphics are pretty cute and adorable. It can get a little washed out though due to the lighting engine, I guess. But let's go ahead, name our shop. I'm gonna call this place the Light Forge. There we go. And if I press P, that should bring up my character sheet. And of course, I am Uthris. There we go. Gotta have a name. And you have some stats. You get to level up based on how many sales you do. So we will talk about that eventually. But here, initially, you start off with some money, $21 at your little coin chest. And there are some things over here. We have some ingots already made. I'm just gonna go ahead and plop these on the forge for later, just so we don't have to move them around too much. There we go. We're not gonna do any blacksmithing quite yet at the start because the map is actually a little bit explorable. So you can leave the area and gather resources yourself. There is a little buy menu right here. So you can buy ingots. I think 1 copper ingot is $10. A 10 ingot is $500. So you can see it's going to get exponentially expensive. I think titanium looks to be about $100 million per ore. So it's going to be a little while before we can afford that. However, what we can do in the meantime is we have this little copper pickaxe. So I am going to go... Actually, we do need to blacksmith something first. I am missing a tool. At the bottom right corner, you can see the tools listed there. And we need to make ourselves a little bit of an axe so that we can go ahead. Do I have any handles in here? I don't think so. Go ahead and make one of those. So let's buy a grip here. And I'm going to order a 2-handed grip. Go. Perfect. So we have this nice little 2-handed grip. Go ahead, set this on the workbench. This is where you assemble all of your tools. We're gonna grab some copper ingots. There we go. All right, hold Z, bring up our menu, and we're gonna craft an axe using this hammer, which is pretty cool. I like crafting mechanics that kind of follow through. It might be a very simplified version of crafting, but it is still pretty fun to do things like this, heat the metal, cool the metal. The different, options that you do have for, like 3 ingots will make a heavy axe, like a 2-headed, or a pickaxe. 3 ingots can also make like a great sword, things like that. So here is our little horse. Hello, little horse. This thing, I don't like to use the horse, and I'll tell you why. It's because it's actually nap faster. So every day, back here in the mine, there is a mine behind your house, and that's where I'm going to go first because I want to try and gather some ingots a little bit early on so we can save money. Money is, of course, the end goal of this game, and if you spend time, gathering your own resources, you can really kind of hedge your monetary value there. Now, I know you're kind of expending time to gain more money, and in this time I could be, having the shop open, buying ingots, and making a percentage profit off of that. But if I actually mine my own copper down here, I can probably get extra money per per item just because we don't have that material cost in there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of this early on. So we'll head down here into the mine. Now, I have only played a little bit, just a few days, and I did explore the whole map, so I do know kind of where things are. So here is a copper vein. So you do get stone, which I don't really care about. I don't think it can be used for anything. And we are bringing this crate because there's no inventory system in this game. Everything is just kind of pick up or put down. So we brought this crate with us to hopefully make this a lot easier to carry things back home. So we have some other gems, and you need different quality pickaxes to mine the actual ore that you're looking at. So a copper pickaxe will mine copper. I think it can also mine coal. So that's useful information for people just starting out. Get rid of that stone. Oh no, where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So a decent amount of copper. It looks like we gained about 6 copper pieces. That's pretty good. Oh, there's another copper vein. This is actually pretty rare to get 3 of these things. So we're gonna get a nice little haul of copper, I think. So we'll put that in there, and then we can smelt this down and make our own bars. And I'll show you guys how that works. It's pretty nice to see a game kind of take a simplified mechanic and just take it to somewhat of an extreme. It's pretty. You always got to lift with your legs, so that's why I'm crouching down. You know, you don't want to strain your back and pull that muscle in there. So, you know, lift with your legs, take it straight up into the air, and then off you go. So we're just going to carry this straight back to the shop. We'll cut some firewood and smelt a couple ore. And whoa, that is bright as we leave the area of the mine. Okay. You have to be careful a little bit because these are, you know, not really tied down in this crate. So if you're kind of knocking around too much or like glitch and hit something and the crate kind of flies out of your hand, all your hard-earned ore is going to go with it, and you just don't want that scenario. That's kind of why I don't bring the horse. The horse likes to tip its cart a little bit. Though we might try and bring that along eventually when we gain some higher quality tools so we can mine more things at once. And at that point, we might need to bring 3 crates. And if we get that far, we might have to bring the horse, just because at that point it'll be faster to do. So let's go over here. So this is the little foundry area. As you can see, we have a little log pile. It does start off with some logs. You can use an axe though to cut down some trees if you need more. And we'll just go ahead and chop this a few times. Get ourselves some firewood. Feed it into the lower area. I kind of wish you had to feed the forge firewood, but it doesn't look like you do. So there we go. And one more just to make sure it's all in there. Let's go ahead and load up some copper in here. So all you got to do is fill this basin up, and you can see once it gets to a certain level, it will start forming ingots for you. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we have a lot. This is the most I've ever tried to smelt at once. And I wonder if there's a limit to how much you can do at once. It'll be kind of interesting to see what this does. There we go. Wow, that is a lot of copper. Anything else in there? Nope. Okay, cool. So actually, I'm going to keep the crate over here. I don't know why I threw it. I needed it. And as the ingots come out, we'll put the ingots in there. So let's go ahead and hit that little button on the side. It'll turn on. You can see the ingots slowly melt into their molten form. So it looks like it probably only does, oh, okay, they all disappeared. And then it comes out of this little spout and gets refined down into a bar. And it's actually an already heated bar, very similar to Terra Firma Craft. You guys know that Terra Firma Craft is like my favorite Minecraft mod because of the, what? Where did that go? Okay, I thought I launched it into orbit. I just picked it up and it flew into space. Okay. Anyways, you guys know that Terraformercraft is kind of my favorite Minecraft mod. Don't mind that these things are on fire inside of a wooden crate. It's perfectly normal. And I enjoyed the blacksmithing kind of in that game a lot. And this is kind of it's a little bit of an in-between. You know, between just a normal crafting game and Terraformercraft. So I really appreciate what they're trying to do in this game, and it's really fun for me to do this. In fact, every game, I think, should have some type of profession that has multiple steps, such as this, because it adds that little bit of layer and depth to your games, and for me, it's super important. We've already spent 10 minutes. We've gotten some ore. We are making our first bars. Which is pretty cool. We're gonna have a decent amount. So this is essentially just free money that we can use to hopefully upgrade, not our tool. Well, we might wanna upgrade our tool first over trying to sell the first 10 tools so we can go mine our own 10. Because if 10, you know, you buy 10 for $500, then when we sell 10, obviously, you know, we should make $500, I believe. Wow, this is a lot of ore. In fact, we spent all of day one getting this stuff out here. It is almost done, I think, though. A little bit of time, and the pony does look pretty cool. In the wagon, you know, things like this, I kind of wish medieval engineers did a little bit. Like having these small boxes, like carrying things around, I think would have been a great, you know, it's a better inventory kind of mechanic. I wish you could kind of seal it though. Like for example, if I had a lid option, you know, like I used the crate, I would put a lid on it and everything would stay inside and unmoving. Basically, you turn off the physics on the interior at that point. And that would be a cool mechanic if people were worried about the physics of things. So up we go. So here is all of our ore, which for now, I think, you know what, we'll just go ahead and throw it on here. Now, the one thing that you can't make and you have to kind of buy are grips, so the actual handles, and the hilts for like swords and weaponry. Bit of a shame. So we got that. That's good. And you can kind of stack an unlimited amount of things on here, so let's see, did I pick up everything? Looks like it. So I'll leave this over here. We will then sleep and do kind of our first day of being open here at Lightforge. So you just left click your bed, you sleep, and then there you go. We are at a new day. Kind of wish there was more sounds. The music is really soft in the game, and I can't really turn it up much more than it is now. To open your store, all you got to do is click this sign. We are now open for business, and people will usually comes from straight on down the road. You can see that little blue effect. That means someone entered the area. Now they could be coming to your shop, or they might be going to another one of the other portals. We're kind of like this street side vendor, and I like that effect as well. We're not really a part of this giant town, so we're just kind of waiting for these things to pop up and waiting for our first customer. You also have a little lantern if you guys want some extra light in areas, which we can just set right there. I don't like these torches being on. I think it kind of really blows out the lighting a little too much. And then there's this crystal that I don't know what it does, but we have one. And I just keep it in that box. That's about, oh, you want a greatsword. Right away, sir. So let's go over here. We'll turn on the forge. These will start heating up. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get a fancy, actually, let's get a two-handed grip here. Place order, back, guards, a two-handed guard, place order. So our 2 crates will arrive. In the meantime, we'll just kind of knock everything around because I am an idiot and put the light right there. We are going to make a greatsword, so let's hit this a few times after 3 ingots are aligned on the anvil. And let's make it variant 2 by hitting it that extra time. Some items have variants, some don't. So there's the blade. And here is the handle and the hilt. So we'll just pop that through the window because that'll be quicker. And then right there, put the hilt onto the handle, and then the handle and hilt automatically kind of attach to the blade itself. So here you are, sir. Here is your sword. Thank you for stopping by here at Lightforge. I hope you enjoy your weaponry. Over here, this is your history on how much money you've made. You can see we sold that sword for $49. If you click this, you'll actually get the breakout of how much it was. So the copper materials cost $30. The 200 card guard cost $3, and then $9 for the grip. So 12 plus 30 is 42. You can see that here. We're gonna mark it up 10%, so we're making a 10% profit, and that's basically it. Now, we might have used 3 of those copper, so really all of this was probably profit on this first one. Hello, sir. Welcome to the store. What do you need? You need a dagger. Daggers are pretty quick. Luckily, I'm gonna put this light back over here, I think. So we need to order a quick grip, just a nice one-handed grip here. All right, just throw the box. Okay, not in there. I kind of shut the door myself. We'll select blades. Now a dagger, you know, as you would expect, a single ingot will suffice. And they do have some variants. I like this double kind of pronged one. It'd be very hard for them to suture. Okay, there we go. So here is the dagger blade. And based upon the blueprint that's on the table there, I know it does not require a hilt. And here is your dagger, sir. All right, dagger. You sold for about $20. So it's basically the $10 ingot and the grip cost itself. So they're pretty cheap. But if all of them are kind of hand gathered ore, it's all 100% profit, which is pretty good. And once you get enough money, you can kind of stockpile a lot more materials. So like, I do eventually plan on having a whole bunch of grips in here, and possibly some hilts up here in this upper shelf, so that we don't have to kind of buy them. And then at that point, we might be able to keep some blades and some stock kind of things here, so we can just really just assemble it and hand it off here. You need a pickaxe. All right, I can do that. We'll do that, and then order a two-handed grip. In fact, we can start ordering fancy grips, just so we can get a little bit of a better profit margin on these. So here is a fancy grip there. And we just need to stack up our little 3 ingots. And it is in the axes section. And the variant of this two-headed axe will make a pickaxe. So we can show you that. So you just have to hit this a few times. The axe kind of pops off. You put it back on the anvil. And then there you go. You get a pickaxe. So here you are. Have a good one. I hope you enjoyed that. The pickaxe netted us $52. You can see it's more than the greatsword because we used that fancier hilt. So our kind of markup bonus is $4.04. Our greatsword was only $4.20. So you do make a little bit more. And each sale that we make, you can see our XP is increasing. Strength. Every 5 levels on strength means we can hit the anvil less and it will make the item quicker. So you can kind of up your turnaround there. Agility, plus 6% movement speed every point. Charisma, 1% sale value every point. So I think that's probably the best one to go into first. And intelligence, don't really know what that does. Make me a one-handed sword. Yes, sir, right away. Let's turn you on. We need a one-handed grip. So we get a fancy one, and then a guard, a one-handed guard there. So we'll just break that for now. And a normal sword is 2 ingots. If a dagger is 1, a normal sword would be 2. And then the greatsword is 3. So it kind of is this simple linear increase of materials. In fact, let's make a variant for him. Let's do variant 2. Some weapons and items don't have variants, but some do, which is pretty good. So here is the grip. Let's go grab the hilt that we ordered. And you can accidentally attach the wrong grip to the wrong hilt, so it can mess up a little bit. I have attached a one-handed handle onto a greatsword. It looks kind of badass, but it won't sell because it's not actually what they wanted. Alright, so there is that. People are coming back. We have made about 4 sales today. It's getting close to 11 o'clock at night. And we are up to $126. So, you know, definitely going through and not buying any ingots here at the start is definitely going to help. We did have to buy a handle for our axe, but other than that, it's doing pretty well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close the shop. We're going to spend the next day probably going back to the mine. And I want to see if there's any more copper. And we will keep going just a little bit longer because I don't know why. I kind of just enjoy this game. So that's why I'm kind of also sharing it with you all. Because things like this need to really help. They can be major inspirations for other game developers when it comes to mechanics. And if a lot of people enjoy games like this, people will then be kind of encouraged to include these in either MMOs or RPGs and make you know, more in-depth things more often for your kind of games here. You can see to kind of rotate this quickly, I kind of just toss it into the air and just let it resettle. To me, that's just a little bit of a faster way than actually holding the Alt key to rotate them. And into the mine we go. Every time I go into the mine, by the way, just a little bit of a heads up, it does kind of stutter the game just a little bit. I think it's because the game is trying to load this lower section, and to save on memory, they probably don't render it when you're on the surface. So that's my assumption as to what's going on. So down here, we got some coal, we got some tin, we have 1 copper, but let's go ahead and get this. So we got some stone, 1 ore. And you know, sometimes you get varied amounts. So, you know, we only got 2 ore there, which is not really what I wanted to see. Where's that copper? So you can see why I want to lift with my legs too, because it kind of prevents the box from jumping around too much. Here we are. There's another gem. What do you do? Let me get there. Thank you. Unknown. Whoa. Fear. Maybe I shouldn't pick that up. Let's not pick that up. It doesn't look friendly. Instead, let's just get our copper and probably go home. It'd be nice if doing other things than just selling would give you XP. Maybe just less. So, there we go. Let's get some coal. I think that would be useful. Wow, it's all rocks. Okay, so we didn't get 1 thing of coal there. But that's okay, there was a few more coal spots. And coal you can use to replace firewood in the furnace. So that's an option. No. Okay. Oh, man. I'm just... You got to be careful on how you set this box down, guys, because you're going to run into... hey, stop! It's like playing my summer car again. Okay, so is that all the ore that spilled out? Did I grab it all? Are we good? I think so. Any coal? Stone. Coal. Alright. Stone. Coal. And I wonder if the coal is just gonna be better in the long run than the wood. I wonder if it makes it a higher temperature or something. Who knows? There might not be any benefit. It just might be a different method of heating the furnace. So let's go ahead and take this box back. Here we go. And again, you don't have to do this part of the game. I enjoy it because it kind of increases the overall net profit, but you do sacrifice time. However, your profit margins at the beginning are so low that I think this is worth it. in my opinion. And if you increase your speed early on, you might be able to do this pretty quick. You know, if you can get to like level 5 or something, you are moving about 42% faster or something, 40% faster or something like that, which would be pretty handy to have. Alright, so here we are back at the shop. Hello, Pony, who is the bane of my existence and will probably use later, and then you'll explode and I'll yell and scream like a baby. Alright, we are home. It was a somewhat productive day. Not as much copper as before. We'll just go ahead and put the coal into the furnace. There we go. You can kind of just shoot the coal in here, I guess. Get in there. Go ahead and turn this on. I don't think that would hurt anything. Here's some more copper. So we got about 4 or 5 ingots out of this, which is pretty nice. Set with the box here so we can put it quickly in there. It really helps kind of take these things with you. So there we go, 1 ingot. We might need to go gather some more firewood eventually though, which is pretty cool. You can chop down the trees, they actually fall over. You do refine them a little bit, and you do get logs out of them. So there is that. Please don't burn the box or anything, or explode, or shoot out into space. Just don't jump around too much. And here is another. There we go. Kind of wish I could like equip tongs or something. That'd be kind of nice as well. Hello, adventurer. Out there in the distance. He's just making his way out of the area, it seems. We're not open, so no one should be knocking or requesting anything of us right now. And another nicely made ingot coming up. There is the final one. Lift with your legs. Sweet. Let's just tip this over. Probably totally messed that up. It could have been worse. We got some of them on there. Okay, so we will, I guess, sleep real quick and then continue work. We'll do one more day of selling and then probably finish the episode there. And I might do some off-camera stuff so we can maybe make some money and maybe move up to 10. Hello, Lightforge is open on this not beautiful day at all. But hey, if you need a sword, I'm here. You look like you're coming for a sword. So let's go ahead and be ready for him to greet our guest. Or not. I think he changed his mind. Please buy something. Anyone? No? Okay, I'll just be in here. Okay, just gotta wait and wait and wait. Why is no one coming? No one wants to buy anything today, it seems. Maybe the weather has an effect on how many people come. There's not a cloud in the sky, yet it's raining though. Is this magical fantasy rain? Or, I mean, I have a magical horse. Maybe they're in the same category. Anyone? Hello? Hello? No. Okay. Oh! Oh, we start with some guards. It's kind of handy. So I guess we can keep these here for now. I might use these boxes for guards. That might be cool to do. Because they do look rather nice for storage. Just matters if I can stack them correctly here. Anyone? Still no one. Wow. The shop has been open for a while now, and no one seems to want any weapons or tools or items. I guess there's another blacksmith in town, and I'm out of business. Gonna have to close up my doors forever. I mean, we're almost at our first piece of 10. And if I can get 3 and make my own pickaxe, well then, I'll just start smelting 10 and copper every day to hopefully make a good profit at that point. Because $500 profit on a free piece of 10 would be pretty nice. No one's coming. Sleeping's not doing anything. We are open. Hello? No? There's a house up there. I would take you up there, but it's not for sale. Well, not yet. At least that's what it says. Oh, you! You look like you're here to buy something. I gotta get in the store. Gotta present myself. You know, just... Alright, here we go. Hello! Yes, welcome. One-handed axe. Right away! One-handed axe. Let's go ahead and order a one-handed grip. And swing! Bop! We'll just toss that in there. And there we go. One-handed axe. Hut. 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 Sadly, there's no variance on the one-handed axe. I think it would be cool if there was. Hello! Yes, here is your one-handed axe. Thank you for stopping by, and we leveled up. So, I think I will go into charisma. I obviously need it since people don't come to my store. I need to convince them. Hello, please, come visit. Yes, you. You look like you need something. You're not carrying any items. I can make you the best equipment around. Or you can just turn down the side road and not bother. That's fine too. You! Yes, you! I don't know your name yet, but you. Also, apparently the people that donated, it will show up if they are a patron of the game. So their name will actually appear there, which is pretty cool. I like it when developers kind of do things like that. Hello, you need a great sword. Okay, I can do such a thing for you. Let's get you a fancy two-handed grip because you are a special customer. Yes, you are. Guards, a two-handed guard. All right, in you go. In you go. And missed the ingot. Missed it again. They only stick around for a certain amount of time, so you do kind of have to rush a little bit. Select the sword and click away. We'll just use the default variant here this time. So keep the sword on the ground. Two-handed grip plus two-handed guard equals the handle, and then add the blade. Yes, here is your great sword. Thank you for doing business at Lightforge. Do come again, please. I need money. I'm poor. Okay. We're almost to our first $200. We are making some progress, and I think it is wonderful. Almost. We are at noon time. Come, make a lunchtime sale. Yes, you on the street. You look like you need something. You're here with purpose. Your confidence is showing. Please, just tell me what you need. I'll be right here. Yeah, I'm here. Yep. There we go. Yes, hello. You need a one-handed sword. Got it. I don't need a grip because we already got that. Or, I mean, help. We do need a grip, though. Yeah. Get in there. So we need 2 copper blades, and then we get to hit this thing a few times. Blacksmithing is tough work, people. So here is that. Let's grab our one-handed guard, add that, and then add that, and here you are. We still had 100 seconds. In fact, you gain money for how fast you can turn this around. So you can see our one-handed sword, our rush bonus, we made $2 extra, which is a 20% on the ore cost gain, which is pretty nice. And we're over $200. I think this is a good spot to stop for now. Tune in next episode where we hopefully reach 10 and start making even more money. And maybe even start using the horse, because if I can make a 10 pickaxe, we can bring more crates and you guys get to see the horse actually somewhat function. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make this guy something, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.